biggest party of the summer, Summerslam. I am your King of Extreme, Phil KOE, joined by my indomitable yet ne'er-do-well champion broadcast partner,
Tony G, reigning, defending, and hopefully after this mix of weird matches that really...
I'm excited.
It's going to be a good card, but I got to be honest, it feels a little thrown together last minute.
It's SummerSlam. It's the party of the summer. There's going to be some matches that are just kind of, hey, go with it. It's going to be a good show. I'm actually pretty hyped for this card.
Problem is, they all feel like none of this is really long-term stuff. This all feels
negative
short-term.
nabobs of negativism and ne'er-do-wellery.
I'm saying that because I'm not confident in most of my picks.
That's the main thing, folks. He's just worried about losing that glorious strap to me,
I am.
the King of Extreme, and soon to be your King of Revolutionary Wrestling Podcasting, Phil KOE. With the pre-show,
Yep.
Alexander versus Gulak. Cruiserweight Championship. As the champion, I will give you the first champion's pick.
Cedric Alexander. I got no insight here. Sorry.
I think they need to build a consistent champion on 205 Live.
Okay.
They kind of screwed that up a couple of times.
Yeah.
The Cruiserweight who shall not be named now anymore, the guy who walked out, I guess.
Yeah.
He was their good, solid champion for a while. I think they're trying to do the same thing with Alexander, having him knock down a lot of competent challengers. I'm going with Cedric Alexander as well. So, Not much to say there. Moving right along. Rusev and Lana versus Almas and Vega. Since you're a fan of at least one of these people from a previous promotion, I'll let you.
Man, this feels like the build-up to this has been Aiden English running in, costing Rusev, costing Lana the win. I think since it's the pre-show and they keep losing leading up to the big show, I'm going to give this one to Rusev and Lana Day.
Okay. My prediction, I've given this one a lot of thought, and I've been really meditating on it.
Okay.
My prediction is quite simple. It will be
Rusev Day!
my prediction is Rusev is going to ultimately pick up the win. He needs a win bad. He deserves a win bad.
Yeah. Main card.
The main card, the real beginning of the party, folks. Unfortunately, there will be no beach balls. Do not bring beach balls to this party. They are not allowed.
And don't even bother watching.
So,
party of the summer without beach balls, forget it. I'm done.
Well, then, welcome to...
I'm back. I'm the champ.
Gonna hog that spotlight.
I'm the champ. I gotta be here.
Well, and moving right along to B-Team versus the Revival for the Raw Tag Team Championships. What do you got here? Another championship.
Oh, man.
I'm gonna give it to the champion.
I don't want it. You go first.
You know what? I'm torn here because the B-Team has a lot of momentum.
Yep.
But at the same time, the Revival's picked up wins over Roman Reigns. And that alone instantly puts them up in the back office's books that we got to keep them strong. Going out on a limb here, and you know, it might cost me the championship, but I don't think it will. I think it's going to come through for us. I am going to predict that the first big championship win of the Revival in WWE is happening here at SummerSlam.
All right. I was kind of leaning that way too, but man.
Now he's going to change it just to try to...
I was 50. Honestly,
try and deny me.
If I had a coin in my pocket, I was about to flip it. You know what? I'm going to go with the B-Team.
Okay.
I'm going to stick with the B-Team.
We got some difference,
They didn't
folks.
let me down last month. I'm going to stick with them.
We'll see what happens. Moving on to the United States Championship match.
Oh.
Nakamura versus Jeff Hardy.
Did you forget Nakamura was U.S. champ? Yeah, I bet you did too. You know why? Because the main focus of this feud Randy Orton.
That's kind of been an unusual crux of this.
Yeah, I expect Randy Orton to be heavily involved in the match that he's not even in, and Nakamura has almost nothing to do with it and retains. That easy. That's the match. Don't even bother. This is, yeah.
I got Nakamura too.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of Nakamura. What can I say?
It's been a pretty lackluster title run. And it's because the focus has been on
people that aren't the champion.
Yep.
So, moving right along from that, we both have I think it's going to be a better match than people think.
Can't be worse than the last one.
At the same time, Jeff Hardy, they've been trying to get him off TV for a back injury.
Yeah.
So, I think it's going to ultimately be Nakamura walking away, and it's going to further something with Randy. A three-way dance for the Smackdown Women's Championship between Becky Lynch, Charlotte Flair, and... Sorry, Tim. I'm doing this just for you, fans. Only for you. There was my Mella Moonwalk. Yes. Money Mella herself, the champion. Who you got, champ?
Man, this is another one that could really go a lot of different ways. It just kind of depends on, have they lost faith in Carmella as champ? I don't think they have. But that said, this has really been more about Becky Lynch and her climb back to the title picture. What I see happening here is Charlotte Flair wins the title back here, avenges that loss to Carmella, losing the title, gets it back from her, and in turn, after the match is over, Becky Lynch goes to shake the hand, bam, turns heel, jump-starting her ascension back up to the top spot.
Regardless of who wins this match, I have this one to be my potential sleeper match of the night. The reason I say this is because the Evolution card is coming up. And every woman on the roster is working as hard as they can to get booked as high up that card as they can. And this is a chance for all three of these ladies to try to get themselves way higher up the card. Mella, I never thought I would say this, Mella's probably the best worker. Understand what I'm saying? Worker of the three. Flair is obviously cutting above the best wrestler of the three. It's not even close. She's 2 universes past. I'm not even comparing there. But in terms of worker, Mella's really, in a short amount of time, come into almost a Kurt Angle level of development in a very short amount of time in what she's been given. Yeah. That being said, I think your angle is correct, except Charlotte's a way better heel. Come on, she's one of the best heels in the whole freaking universe.
Of course
Not just the WWE universe. Step outside that, the rest of the universe, there too. Charlotte, I think she's going to be the one that turns on Lynch after Lynch finally gets her first big title W, because those women's championships are unfortunately getting passed around like it's an Attitude Era tag team title or a hardcore title. Just jumping from place to place to place to place.
Charlotte wins it.
So we got some difference here. So, I think it's going to be Becky Lynch gets finally the W because this is her time. This is her time. They're going to capitalize on it. She's going to get the W. Charlotte's a way better heel. We all know that.
Has nothing to do with it.
She's a Flair. Let a Flair do what a Flair needs to do. And that's be a Flair.
Regardless, Mella's not walking out champ.
I don't see Mella walking out the champ either, unless an Ellsworthy return happens.
Moving right along.
Okay, so a match that I'm looking forward to. I am disappointed in the build. Bryan versus Miz. I'm just going to go ahead and say it. I am very disappointed in the build it's been getting.
Okay. The go-home Smackdown, the build started really hitting its stride.
Yes. The go-home Smackdown.
Yeah, go figure.
As much as I hate to say it, Miz is basically the third hour of Smackdown.
Yep.
Right now. So Miz has a huge amount of momentum behind him, and I see him through some kind of heelish chicanery, some sort of schmaz, like some sort of equivalent of him throwing another fake baby at Daniel Bryan, something like that. He's going to somehow through not hook but very much crook hang on to the victory. So that's how I see that going down.
You're not far off. I did like the build on the last episode of Smackdown. They basically just gave you a good rundown of the history between the two. Since this is just starting out, again, I'm seeing Miz taking the W because the storybook ending is Daniel Bryan's forte. You're not getting a storybook ending if he wins the first meeting between the two when they're restarting their rivalry. So why would you give him the win here? He always has to play the underdog. He always has to have that Cinderella win. So you can't give it to him here. You have to have him lose and going down there.
String him along till Mania.
Exactly. Go to Mania with it. They can do
Put
a little side project.
Yep. Put a belt on
Honestly,
one of them. Put a belt on The Miz, have Bryan win the Royal Rumble like he should have all those years ago.
I highly expect The Miz to be WWE Champion heading into WrestleMania. Daniel Bryan, Miz, WrestleMania, WWE title. That's what I expect. That's why I'm picking Miz here.
That's quite a prediction, but you did hear it here first. We'll see how. So, we both got The Miz to the Intercontinental Championship.
Oh, man.
Dolph Ziggler versus Seth Rollins. So, as a huge Rollins mark, who you got?
This is one I just went back and forth on. And honestly, just yesterday I finally went ahead and picked a winner, and I don't even feel remotely confident about it because I really, really think that bringing Dean Ambrose back right now, right before the big rematch for the title, the big blow-off, feud ender, Summerslam rematch.
We're not thinking the same thing, are we?
Well, long term, I see Dean Ambrose being the one to turn on Seth, but I don't see that happening here Sunday. But you could start that by having Seth not win back the title. So I'm going to pick Dolph Ziggler to retain.
Because
I think Rollins is going to move back up to the
I'm going a
title
step ahead of you, and I think why not? It's SummerSlam. It's one of the biggest shows of the year. Do something big. Have Dean actually turn on Seth here and form the Zig World Order or something like that. I don't know. Take your pick. I would imagine the focus of it would be more Dean Ambrose, but you know, whatever. For now, I'm calling it the Zig World Order because I think that's awesome. If they just add a third guy to his tag team, any of them, it's Zig World Order from here on.
Fair enough.
So we both got Ziggler hanging on by hook or crook. Very likely crook, but he's a guy that could hook it. Money in the Bank, Monster in the Bank continued T-shirt sale match between Kevin Owens and Braun.
This is another one that I racked my head around because why make that stipulation of putting the Money in the Bank briefcase on the line if there's not a legitimate threat of Kevin Owens actually taking it and using it to cash in later that night or soon after, whatever. You could easily set up a Roman Reigns Kevin Owens feud moving forward, regardless of who has the title. Getting more on that later. But the thing about this is we just had the cage match. Kevin Owens technically won, right? Fell off the cage through the announce table. He won the match. Since it's 50-50 booking, I'm going to give the official W this time to Braun Strowman because leading up to this for the last few weeks, Jinder Mahal's been beating him via count-out, disqualification, whatever. He's been losing, and they keep touching on it. Oh, Braun could lose the title that way at SummerSlam. So, naturally, 50-50 booking and all that little build-up, making you think he could lose it. He's not going to lose it. Braun Strowman keeps the Money in the Bank briefcase.
You know, I was going to disagree with you if it wasn't for the fact that I am sure those Monster in the Bank T-shirts are selling like nobody's business at the moment. I personally think if they give it to Kevin Owens that night, it'll be utilized later that night.
Yep, it would have to be.
But
have to be.
I think, as you said, the man's taken too many L's lately.
Yep.
And I don't care what you say, Road Dogg. Wins and losses matter. And so I think Braun's going to hang on to this one.
I really thought you were going with KO. I really did.
I'm not ruling it out.
Okay, I'm not either.
Neither
would surprise me.
If you made me bet my hat, I'm gonna go with Braun on it.
Okay,
so
fair enough.
that's the way I'm going on that one. So moving on to the SmackDown Tag we've got the Bludgeon Brothers versus It's a New Day. Yes, it is.
The thing about this one is they had a little mini tag team title championship #1 contender tournament. That was fun. Had a few really good matches, especially the Go Home New Day versus the Bar match. Really long, really good, really flew. Oh, great match. Eventually the New Day picks up the win, gets that match again against the Bludgeon Brothers, whom they've not had a lot of success against in the past. They've had a bit of a better run, though, on and off with Sanity. I could see them getting involved in this somehow. But the big thing about the build for this is making the Bludgeon Brothers again look strong. They've been knocking off 2 weeks in a row no-name jobber triple-man tag teams.
Have the same one
So here you go. You've got these 2 straight weeks. They knock off 3 guys at once. What is the New Day? It's a 3-man tandem. Maybe they'll even come out and say, why don't all 3 of you face us? And then guess what? They still pull off the W. Bludgeon Brothers retain. It's going to be a decent match, I think. Probably better than the last time they faced each other, but
yes,
Bludgeon Brothers retain.
I hate to be Mr. Agreeance, but they've been smashing the Bludgeons over too hard for them to take an L right now.
Yep.
Even to the New Day, which are about as over as anybody could be. So if
I
they
would
did
really,
take it, I wouldn't be surprised.
I would really like to see the New Day with another title run, but not going to happen here.
You know, yes and no. I mean, it's something
it
we've
doesn't have
seen
to be
before.
Another long.
I think just
one.
the crowds love the clap for your tag team champions. I love it. I'll be honest.
They don't need the gimmick of the title. They've got a good gimmick.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. But yeah, I got the Bludgeons in a smash over.
Yeah.
It's probably going to be Kofi and Xavier, and they're just going to smash them over. And that'll be the end of that. So, now, moving on to the match we have all been waiting for. The one that we are just licking our chops over. I mean, this one, forget
I'm excited.
it. Yes, this is the match for the party of the summer. We have all loved every minute of this build, and its originality, and just how great it's been. And of course, we are talking about Finn Balor versus Constable Corbin. When has there ever been a feud about a big guy making fun of a small guy?
Never.
That's
None
new
that I can think
material
of.
in
My
the wrestling
God,
world.
Brilliant.
I mean,
who's
my
writing
goodness.
this?
Yes.
We must have Rhodes Scholars working behind the
Ivy
scenes
League.
day and night, thinking up new and creative hooks for this feud.
I know.
Brilliant.
These guys have been given
Damn
a
it.
fresh canvas to work
I
on.
can't believe this is at SummerSlam and not headlining WrestleMania.
Itself.
It's so good.
Well, maybe it could.
So good.
Maybe it'll headline Greatest WrestleMania.
Oh, it could, and it should, and it's so great. All right, so fuck this match. Fuck this feud. I
got
care.
Corbin. I think they're, in the end, unfortunately, they're pushing the Constable gimmick so much. And weirdly enough, in just the last 2 weeks, it's actually kind of started to get over.
Just stop it.
Just
stop it.
It actually has.
No, just stop.
Like, in a weird way.
Stop. So here's why Baron Corbin is going to win. Same reason mentioned earlier.
He's bigger?
Balor won the last one.
Oh, yeah.
Corbin's going to win this one. And then I see Finn Balor going on to feud with retaining champion Dolph Ziggler. There you go. That's how we move on from this. And just like that, let's move on to the next match because I'm already done with it.
And Ronda Rousey versus the goddess, Alexa Bliss. So, as champion and as the #1 Alexa Bliss fan, I will let you take this.
There's a couple ways this could go. If this match goes long, and by long I mean like 5-6 minutes, you're looking at a bunch of chicanery, a lot of outside interference, a lot of Alexa playing the heel to a perfection. But let's face it, this is going to be about a 1.5-minute squash, and as much as it pains me to say and predict, Ronda Rousey.
Yep. It's her time. It would be
want,
stupid to not put the belt on her.
Going into Evolution,
They
want the belt.
Here's the thing that made the Stone Cold angle appealing was he had the belt, and then he was screwed out of the belt, and then it was quite a chase. I think if you actually go over his time on top, I think he was not champion more than he was champion.
Oh, yeah.
But he had that initial Shawn Michaels run. Yep. There needs to be the crowning run, and Alexa's the perfect worker. Like I would say, Carmella's one of the better workers in that match, but I'm sorry, Mella, as good as you are, you're not nearly as good of a worker as Alexa Bliss. Alexa, like
Never forget the Rumble.
In the
Carmella. Anyway.
Sorry, you're a great worker now, but man, that was bad. But moving on, Alexa, like, she's an incredible good wrestler, but she's also an amazing worker. And considering she was never really a dedicated wrestling fan, like a lot of the other people on the roster, where she learned it very quickly. So she went from kind of a rookie to veteran very quickly.
Yeah.
So Alexa is, that being said, Alexa is the perfect person to give Ronda this christening.
Yep, and the squash makes sense here because she's been playing the cowardice.
Yeah.
Avoiding the contact
at all costs. If they do this match right, it'll be 3 minutes of Ronda throwing her around, Alexa getting one thumb to the eye or some whatever, and then Ronda making the comeback because Ronda can sell her ass off. Like, she can really make you believe what she's trying to emote, which is rare.
Honestly, this match,
especially for someone
this match could go about 45 seconds. Real quick flip, armbar, tap out, match is over. I kind of expect that.
Yeah, but there could be some chicanery, and that's the only way Alexa retains.
All right, and that's what I'm thinking.
But to the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. All right, Tony, I know this one's a big one for you.
Oh,
now,
man.
I tease the man incessantly.
Oh.
He used to watch TNA back in the day. This is basically the best feud from that entire everything.
Yeah.
Brought into the WWE and presented right for us, the WWE viewing audience, to just watch a brand new best of in real time for the WWE title. So, I know you are just like, you can't take it. I love AJ Styles. I had never seen anything he had done previously from before he came to WWE. I hate to say it. Like, there was a time I just, wasn't watching wrestling as heavily as I do now.
Right.
And everything I'd seen from him to now, I've been incredibly impressed. I mean, just blown away from everything I've seen from AJ Styles. I think the lowest we've rated one of his matches was a 3 or 3.5 star match.
Yeah.
And that was because bad booking and nothing to do with what he had to give in the ring. Samoa, on the other hand, this is going to be a little harsh here. Okay? Other than his match with Roman Reigns, like, he's got a very imposing presence, but I'm sorry, he just hasn't lived up to the hype that the Smarks have given him, that he's just this, king among kings of wrestling. And
he did get injured at a really bad time, so he kind of lost that momentum. I do
like his style. It's kind of Americanized strong style. Yes. But, again, this is Joe's match to really impress me. He actually impressed me with his match against Roman Reigns. He didn't apparently impress anybody else, but he impressed me. But, again, this is one of those times where the talk's got to meet the walk for Joe, and they really have to deliver on this. And I hate to put that kind of expectation out there, but, this is the one where if Joe, he doesn't even have to win. Does not have to win. He just has to show himself to be worthy of being at the dance. Okay. That's it. So, that being said, I believe the person who will retain their title is the phenomenal AJ Styles. Okay. Who you got?
Okay. So, all that being said, forget all the other matches in the card. Forget Dolph Ziggler, Seth Rollins. Forget Nakamura Hardy. Forget Bryan versus The Miz. Especially forget Finn Balor, Baron Corbin.
Already did.
Me too. This match, I am promising you, right now, hands down, easily, nothing else will stick, because you cannot find two better workers with each other who are going to be more fluent with each other, who are going to know each other's in and out more than each other, who are going to be ready to absolutely and utterly tear each other apart and tear the house down more than these two because of the history between them. Granted, they couldn't lay all that out on the line, of course, under the WWE banner, so we had to get the real quick up and running, let's make it personal, kickstart this thing under
Samoa
the WWE
Joe,
banner.
Samoa Joe basically did an equivalent of Yo Mama.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
he brought
pretty
his
much.
family like, look at Yo Mama's so fat she played pool with the planets.
Yeah, that's what they did. It didn't get a great bill. They started it though, and this did need a starting point because obviously they were going to reference the history, but the history is important because people who know the history need to be foaming at the mouth for this because this is something that they have been waiting for a long, long time. These two together in a ring for the WWE title.
Ever since they both became part of not only the same company, but then the same roster, we knew that eventually they were on a trajectory course. And I've been looking forward to it because it's one of those things that all the marks, smarts, and everything in between just been rumbling about.
Could not be more excited.
I'm ready to see this. And again, this is Joe's chance to get to the next level. This is his...
Yep.
And there's no better dance partner than AJ to do that.
No, there's not.
That one, I got AJ. Who you got? You haven't given a prediction yet.
Since this is basically the beginning of the feud, and they kind of need to develop it further before pulling the title off of AJ and just throwing it on Joe for no good reason other than a 3-week build. The main reason I am going to pick AJ to retain, and I am, is because...
You're scared of Phil KOE.
No, because this is just starting out again, but they're kind of subtly letting AJ have a bit of a historic title run. And if they weren't going to pull it off of their homegrown Rusev, who's white hot with the crowd, and put it on him at the drop of a hat, they're not going to do that with Samoa Joe. So, moving forward, maybe. Right now, during his lengthy title run at the start of this feud, AJ retains.
A lot of people aren't liking this. I am digging the fact that the WWE is finally committing to champions.
Yes.
I like that because it gives
much like the Revolutionary Wrestling Podcast.
For now. Well done.
Thank you.
But it gives a sense of continuity to the show. So even if you, for whatever reason, it happens, you miss a show for a week or two. You come back and you still have a sense of what the rhythm of the show is. And so I've always liked the fact that we're keeping consistent champions.
The one thing they need to make more consistent about the WWE title is placement on the card.
Yes, I'd like to see the other title we're going to talk to about a little more often, but I still like where they're going with it. But that being said, we both got AJ for very different reasons. He says this is going to be the match of the night. I still maintain that Carmella versus Flair versus Lynch is going to be
it'll be good.
Match of the night.
It'll be good.
Alexa versus Ronda will be good, but it's just going to be what it is.
No, AJ Joe. Match of the night.
Moving on to the main event. We know it's the main event. Why even, because here's the thing. Both guys in this match, I wonder, I know Brock realizes it, but I don't know if Roman realizes it. Brock is wearing Andre's boots. Okay, those are big boots to fill, but Brock found a way to fill them. Roman, I don't know if he understands that he's wearing San Martino's boots. He's there, but I don't think he quite knows it yet. He might be conscious, but he doesn't quite, I don't know how to put it. He's just not quite, he's there, but he hasn't quite grasped that he is fully wearing San Martino's boots at this moment.
Okay.
So, that being said, Brock versus Roman. Brock versus Cousin of Rock.
something like that.
As much as Roman really needs this win, he actually really does. He needs to. He's been chasing this belt long enough to the point where it's actually...
Too long.
Yes. As much as he needs it...
It's old.
The fact that there is that much of a chance that Vince McMahon's champion could also be in the ring taking out the champion of the Shoot Wrestling Corporation, which that's what UFC is. It's Vince McMahon is the Worked Wrestling Corporation. UFC is the Shoot Wrestling Corporation. They're even competing for the same top talent. Ronda Rousey, Brock Lesnar, CM Punk. Yes, they're the same. I think they're going to keep the belt on Brock.
Right.
I think they're going to end up keeping it on until at least WrestleMania. And maybe even beyond, especially if he takes the UFC Championship. Now, against DC, that's a tall task. That's why I say it's that much chance, but it's a chance. And it's a gamble Vince is willing to make.
How fantastic would it be to see Brock Lesnar carrying, or having someone carry it for him, Universal title into a UFC title match? I would love it. You would. The entire persona of the Universal title. God damn it.
Just turn it off.
What the fuck?
We're going to have to do some editing on this one, folks. Like, dude, it's going to do that every 20 seconds. We got to go
Why?
For 30 minutes. It's not supposed to do that.
Oh.
So, all right, let's finish up.
The thing about the Universal title is, while, like you alluded to earlier, there's some consistency with the top titles. That's great. But most people have forgotten about it, and the Intercontinental title has been the top title on Raw. So I think they're
Everybody's totally forgotten about their top attraction in all of wrestling, Brock Lesnar. Are you kidding me? There's a reason he don't have to show up every day. He's a big enough draw. He's a big enough draw that when he comes, we all come watching. Like it or not, where Brock Lesnar goes, we all watch.
Yeah.
He's got us captured.
Like it or not, that's true. But I think this almost year-and-a-half title reign is going to come to an end someday.
Ooh!
But since you went ahead and picked Brock,
you're going to go ahead and pick Brock too.
I'm going to delve a little deeper into
this, folks?
I'm going to delve a little deeper. I thought you might just pick Roman to try and win the title. Since you're not concerned about winning the title.
I am, because I am going to win the title.
I'll delve
just
a little
like Brock is going to
deeper
defend his
now
title.
into this and say that I was talking to Phil last week about the potential outcomes for this match. I kid you not, I have a list of 40 plus different potential outcomes, how this match plays out and ends.
It's pretty extensive.
It's very extensive. There are many factors here. You have the Braun Strowman factor, potentially the Kevin Owens factor. You have the Paul Heyman factor, several different ways. You have Roman could win, Lesnar could win, then the cash-in could happen, no matter who has that. We're talking a lot of different outcomes. That said, since you boldly picked Lesnar to keep it here, I think that's, while it would be entertaining as hell, and I would like it to see him carry it in, he's not going to. So if I had to pick a winner on the one-on-one match, I would pick Roman Reigns. And if he wins it, Braun Strowman immediately cashes in, creams his ass, Braun Strowman walks out Universal Champion.
That would be very entertaining.
But also, I could just as easily see Braun inserting himself into the match, because Braun Strowman doesn't need to take the back door in. He's going to come at you full speed ahead. Whether you're fresh or not, it doesn't matter. So, I could see him just inserting himself into the match before the bell even rings. I could see it midway. I could see it at the end. I could see it after. Regardless.
I think they'd do it midway just because it'd be a bigger pop.
It could. But that's also another reason why I think it's interesting that you pick Lesnar to win, because Lesnar could retain.
Biggest draw.
Lesnar could retain, and then Braun Strowman could come out, cream him, and walk out Universal Champion.
True.
So,
but I would still get the point if Lesnar
What
gets
I'm
the 1, 2,
saying-
3 against Roman.
So what I'm saying is, my pick, I'm not picking Brock Lesnar or Roman Reigns. I'm picking Braun Strowman to leave the building as the Universal Champion.
Okay, if that
That's my
actually
pick.
happens, I will give you that point.
Thank you.
So, that's it. So, Braun's got to cash in because you're not even picking Roman. Is that the deal?
If I had to pick one-on-one, I'd pick Roman, but it just doesn't even feel right.
Which one are you taking?
I'm taking Braun Strowman to lead
So-
Universal Champion.
All right, that's the deal.
Okay?
All right. If you get that, you deserve that title.
I always have.
We will see, folks. We will see. Join us this Sunday for our review of SummerSlam, where I, your King of Extreme, will finally achieve championship glory here in the Revolutionary Wrestling Podcast world, where I will take that championship from this rapscallion ne'er-do-well.
I hope you've got a
Make
Money
it
in the
my
Bank
own.
briefcase somewhere.
Won't need one after this Sunday. So, folks, this is me, your King of Extreme, signing off and handing it over to my indomitable broadcast partner.
Tony G. Can't wait to retain on Sunday, folks. We'll see you at SummerSlam.
Biggest party of the summer, folks. See you there. Woo!